How did a man who once seemed to have it all, a promising career, fame, and fortune, fall so shockingly into disgrace? Aaron Hernandez's life is a tale of immense talent, shadowed by dark choices. A former NFL superstar with the New England Patriots, Hernandez was known for his athleticism, charisma, and relentless drive on the field. Yet behind the scenes, he lived a life marred by violence, volatile relationships, and secret struggles, ultimately leading to a shocking series of events that would leave the sports world and the public in disbelief. Aaron Hernandez grew up in Bristol, Connecticut, where he quickly became a high school football star. Known for his agility and power, he was a standout at Bristol Central High School, earning multiple accolades and setting records that drew attention from colleges across the nation. Despite his turbulent home life, which included an overbearing father and a series of personal traumas, Hernandez seemed destined for greatness. The University of Florida became the next step in his journey, where he joined the elite ranks of college football players. Coached by some of the sport's most respected figures and surrounded by other future NFL stars, Hernandez's talent only grew. But cracks in his seemingly promising future began to show. Known to have a fiery temper, Hernandez faced multiple disciplinary issues, including reports of physical altercations and drug use. He was involved in an off-campus incident where he reportedly punched a restaurant manager in a dispute over a bill. Though he escaped serious consequences, the incident raised concerns about his behavior off the field. In 2010, Aaron Hernandez's NFL dream came true. Despite being a fourth-round pick due to character concerns, he was signed by the New England Patriots, joining an organization known for its disciplined approach under coach Bill Belichick. Hernandez quickly proved his worth on the field. Alongside future Hall of Famer Tom Brady, he became a key player, contributing to the team's success with his unique blend of size, speed, and skill. By 2012, Hernandez had secured a 5-year, $40 million contract extension, a massive deal that reflected his value to the team. The Patriots seemed to have high hopes for him, even investing in resources to help him overcome his issues. But, unbeknownst to many, Hernandez's personal life was spiraling out of control. While the Patriots and fans celebrated his achievements, he was quietly leading a double life that involved dangerous associates, heavy drug use, and an increasingly erratic temper. Hernandez's personal life was plagued by issues that seemed to magnify as his fame and wealth grew. He struggled with a volatile personality, prone to fits of anger and paranoia, fueled by his alleged use of substances like PCP, angel dust. He reportedly used a flop house, a secret apartment away from his main home, as a place to store weapons, drugs, and other illicit items. Friends and teammates later described him as a ticking time bomb, someone who was always on edge and ready to lash out at any perceived threat. Among the people in Hernandez's life was Odin Lloyd, a semi-professional football player who was dating the sister of Hernandez's fiancée. The two men knew each other socially, often seen together at family gatherings and occasional outings. But Hernandez's world and Lloyd's world were starkly different. While Lloyd was a beloved figure among his friends and teammates, Hernandez's circle included dangerous individuals with criminal backgrounds. Hernandez seemed to be living a life caught between two worlds, the public persona of a disciplined athlete and a hidden world filled with dangerous influences. On June 17, 2013, the world would learn about a tragedy that would ultimately reveal Hernandez's dark side. Odin Lloyd was found shot multiple times in an industrial park in North Attleboro, Massachusetts, just a few miles from Hernandez's home. Authorities were quick to uncover a series of connections between Lloyd and Hernandez. Lloyd's last text messages to his sister hinted at danger, with one cryptically referring to being with NFL, a clue that investigators would later connect to Hernandez. Surveillance footage, cell phone records, and DNA evidence began to point directly at Hernandez as a prime suspect in Lloyd's murder. Forensic analysts found tire tracks and bullet casings at the scene that matched items linked to Hernandez. The Patriot star's luxurious lifestyle and fame stood in stark contrast to the brutal crime he was now accused of committing. The news of Hernandez's involvement in a murder investigation sent shockwaves through the sports world. Fans who had cheered for him just months prior were now grappling with the reality of his dark, hidden life. On June 26, 2013, just days after Lloyd's body was discovered, Aaron Hernandez was arrested at his home. Images of Hernandez being led away in handcuffs marked a dramatic fall from grace for the once celebrated athlete. As details of his arrest emerged, the Patriots swiftly cut ties with Hernandez, releasing him from the team and scrubbing his name from their records. Statements from the organization expressed deep disappointment and shock, distancing themselves from a player they had once held in high regard. Following his arrest, Aaron Hernandez's life shifted from stadiums filled with fans to a courtroom packed with lawyers, media, and stunned onlookers. The trial for the murder of Odin Lloyd drew national attention as the prosecution meticulously built their case. Evidence included surveillance footage from Hernandez's home, texts exchanged between Hernandez and Lloyd in the hours leading up to the murder, and testimonies from close associates. One video showed Hernandez walking through his house holding what appeared to be a gun shortly before Lloyd's murder. This disturbing footage, along with other damning evidence, painted a grim picture. The defense argued that the evidence was circumstantial, yet the prosecution countered with DNA findings and a clear motive rooted in paranoia and unresolved personal conflicts. On April 15, 2015, Hernandez was found guilty of first-degree murder, receiving a life sentence without the possibility of parole. His conviction marked one of the most dramatic falls from grace in sports history, as the young star once celebrated for his athletic prowess now faced life behind bars. As Hernandez awaited trial for Lloyd's murder, investigators linked him to another crime that shocked the public even further: a double homicide in Boston. In 2012, two Cape Verdean immigrants, Daniel de Abreu and Safiro Furtado, were killed in a drive-by shooting after leaving a Boston nightclub. Investigators discovered that Hernandez had allegedly been at the club that night and had reportedly become enraged over a minor incident involving a spilled drink. Witnesses came forward with accounts suggesting Hernandez had followed the victims after the incident, leading to a confrontation that ended with gunfire. In 2014, Hernandez was charged with the murders of de Abreu and Furtado, adding to his growing list of legal troubles. This revelation deepened the public's perception of Hernandez as a man leading a violent double life. On one hand, the charming athlete adored by fans, and on the other, a man embroiled in deadly disputes and reckless violence. In 2017, Hernandez faced trial for the Boston double homicide. The prosecution presented evidence that Hernandez had pulled up alongside de Abreu and Furtado's vehicle and opened fire in a fit of anger. The defense, however, managed to cast enough doubt on the testimonies of key witnesses, including Alexander Bradley, a former close friend of Hernandez who claimed to have been present at the scene. Bradley's credibility was questioned due to his own criminal background and his motivations for testifying against Hernandez. In a surprising turn, Hernandez was acquitted of the double homicide in 2017, though he was convicted on a lesser charge of illegal firearm possession. This acquittal, however, did little to improve his reputation, as he remained imprisoned for the murder of Odin Lloyd. While the families of de Abreu and Furtado sought justice, they were left with a haunting lack of closure regarding their loved ones' tragic deaths. Just days after his acquittal in the double homicide case, Hernandez was found dead in his prison cell on April 19, 2017. He had taken his own life, leaving behind a complex and tragic legacy. His death came as a shock to many, particularly his family and close friends, who were left grappling with the impact of his choices and actions. His suicide note, addressed to his fiancée and daughter, added to the sadness of the situation, as it hinted at the struggles he had faced in silence. After his death, it was revealed that Hernandez had suffered from chronic traumatic encephalopathy, CTE, a brain condition caused by repeated head injuries. CTE has been linked to severe behavioral changes, including aggression and depression. Hernandez's diagnosis led to discussions within the sports community about the risks associated with high-impact sports like football. His life became a tragic symbol of the potential dangers that professional athletes face, with the effects of CTE casting a shadow over his actions and mental health struggles. The story of Aaron Hernandez remains a cautionary tale, a story of how fame, wealth, and physical talent are not enough to save someone from their inner demons. His journey from the NFL to a prison cell left a mark not only on those who knew him, but also on the world of professional sports. The New England Patriots, the NFL, and countless fans who once celebrated his talent now look back on his life with a sense of loss and caution. Aaron Hernandez's story is a tragic reminder of how fame and unresolved struggles can destroy even the brightest talents. For more stories exploring the hidden challenges behind public lives, subscribe to our channel and stay tuned. True success often lies far beyond the spotlight.